Today's video, we're going to be checking out the Grade Master, the centering tool. We're going to have a look at that down in the lab here in a second. Now, before we jump into it, I'm going to give a quick shout out to everybody. Thank you again for all of the comments and engagement you guys have been showing. The love, it's been fantastic. Pushing rapidly up towards 100 subs now, so I've got some really cool stuff. Adam, won't say your last name, Adam from Instagram has reached out and given us a little kit that we can, so we're going to do a bit of a giveaway, 100 subs, and we've got one graded slab here he's donated, and also a Kareem Dominance. So thanks again, Adam, from Instagram for donating that and sending that out to me for free. Really appreciate that, buddy. Alright guys, so original Grade Master card centering tool. Comes with 3 little bits of laminates here and a little cleaning thing here, which is pretty cool. Now I'll just show you this really quickly. Screenshot this and take a look if you want. But if you're thinking of getting one, you'll get one of these anyway. It does tell you the instructions. So step 1, decide which part of the card to measure for worst centering, top, bottom, or left to right. Step 2, if one or the other isn't obvious, measure both and use the worst one of the two. That's taking the guesswork out. Step 3, center standard size cards as closely as possible under tool window. Step 4, read lines number on either side of the card. If not exactly lined up on one or both sides, you must extrapolate or average between the centering percentages. Step 5, reference numbers on the table to get approximate centering. Gives you an example and tells you what that is. And then step 6, decide if you want to send your cards to the TPG for official grading or not. So that's your instructions. And then it tells you this is your percentages. So it's got the set of numbers. This will make sense once I show you the centering tool on a card, but this is just your referencing from here. So the bold, where you can see bits of bold, that indicates that centering is 64 or 60/40 or better, and that is potentially good enough for a PSA 10. Now Beckett and SGC grade a bit stricter on centering. I think you'd be looking more like a 55 to 45 at very, very worst for one of those, particularly Beckett. They're very, very strict. But this is for PSA, which is the more popular one. So anyway, let's jump right into it. And we'll open up with some bordered cards first. Well, first I'll just quickly show you. This is the card centering tool. Now you can't really, I'll put a bit of white paper behind that just so you can see it. I'll turn that around. So that's what it looks like. Okay, now basically what we're going to do, put that down just so for the video you can actually see. And let me just adjust this really quickly. And we'll do a bordered card and a non-bordered card. So got an old David Robinson tops. Now, as you can see, so you want to see where the border is. If you can see that line there, so you want to move the outside to the edge of the card, and that's about there. So we're looking at a 1-2 and a 1-2 top and a 2-3 around that side. Is that making sense, guys? Can you see that? I'll just check the video. So you've got a 2-3 up here, a 1-2, probably a 2-3 on that side. It's about the same. And you're just looking at these number reference points here where it comes out. Okay, and that's why the bordered ones are a bit easier. So if you were to look at this, just going on that, what have we got? We've got it's pretty much a 2-3 all the way around. So yeah, if you look at this, worst case scenario, it's probably a 60-40 or a 50-50, okay? If it's a 2-2 all the way around, which it sort of is, you've got a 2 here, 2 here, a 2, and a 2. So this one's really got really good centering, as you can see. And it's pretty much just a 2-2 all the way around, which is 50-50. It's close to 3-2 on some, so it's 60-40. So like I said, it's somewhere between 50-50 and 60-40. This, on centering, would qualify for a PSA 10 by this standard, okay? That doesn't mean that the card is a PSA 10, it just means by this standard, by centering, it's within the range, okay? Doesn't mean that it's going to get a PSA 10, just means it's well centered. So the next one we'll look at is a non-bordered card, okay? So I've got a Tyler Hero here, and at first glance, it is very difficult to tell with some of these. So what you need to do is try and find reference points around the writing, around some of the symbols, the writing here, and the stamps. Not always easy, and I'm in no means a master, but I'll do my best here to explain some of the ways that I would be looking at this card. The biggest reference point I can possibly see is that Miami Heat, where it's pretty straight at the top, and probably that bottom left RC rookie card symbol. So I'm going to use those as my reference points, and that's what you've got to do, is try and find reference points. Okay, so that looks like it's pretty well wrapped around. Now, the Miami here, and I'll probably use this pyramid symbol here. So I've got a 3 over this side, and I'm going to use that last bit of that, so it's a 3-2, that illuminance or whatever it says over here. Okay, that's on a 2. Top of that's a 3, and I'm going to come down to the rookie card symbol, which is also a 3. So there's really nothing else on this side that I can. You'd probably use the Tyler Hero, the 0, which is out to almost a 5. So on that, I'm going to say it's a 3-2, 60-40 by that top, that, and when I say the Hero is almost a 5, so it'll be and on this side, it's a, yeah, I'd say somewhere between a 5-3 and a 5-4 down the bottom. So this could potentially be out of range, according to this, if my reference point is accurate on that bottom symbol. So this bottom part here looks like it might be just out. I'll just check that. I'm a little bit colorblind. And oh, no, it is actually, it's a 2. So I say a 5-2. No, yeah, it's well and truly out. Yep. Oh, wait, no, I haven't got that lined up properly, have I? A little bit tricky to line them up. I don't want to take them out. So yeah, probably a 5-3, which is about a 63-37. So hard to tell on this. I'm not an expert by any means, but at a quick overlap, I'd say that is not 100% center. It's close on the top. Bottom is probably a little bit out in that right hand side. So we'll try one of the mosaics just really quick, and then we'll pack it in. So I'm going to use this one here. You can see the top one. I've used that, should be a straight line on that, and I'll use the writing on the bottom as a reference point as well. So let's just quickly line that up, and we've got a 3 and a 3 on the writing on the top. 3, yep, 3. And the bottom comes down to a 3 as well. With that, you can just see the Tyler Hero. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Don't really have a great reference point on this side. Oh yes, I do, the edge of the mosaic. So that's a 3 as well. So we're looking at a 3-3 and a 3-3. This could actually be centered. Yeah, 50, according to this, 50-50. I'd say maybe a 3-2 around some of those edges. So this one potentially is in line for a decent centering grade. Okay. But that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think about that, and if you plan on getting one of these. I do plan on running another tute on buying a single that I think will grade, running it through both the Grade Master and also the magnifier, and how I determine, whether or not it's worth sending away or not. So till next time, guys. Let me know if you want to see that, by the way, as well, because that's something I'm working on, as well as some other things as well. So until next time, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, and we will see you next time.